Would you believe me if I said that I've been spending the last several hours just sitting here listening to this gorgeous, gorgeous OST alone? How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon X and Y. Last time we arrived in Coumarine City and we explored all of Coumarine, and we also battled our rival neighbor friend, man, so many titles, Serena, here in front of the Coumarine Gym. And, well, the only thing left for us in Coumarine is the gym itself, so let's take on our fourth gym in Kalos. Man, that is a very, very tall way to go up. Well, how's the bout, little sprout? You've got it figured out yet, champ? Yup, old man Ramos's gym is all about grass. It's simple, right? You see a vine hanging in front of you, and you just grab right on. And hang on for dear life. That's maybe the most important part of it all, right, pal? Okay, by the way, yes, I pronounced Ramos differently, because Ramos is how you pronounce it. I thought it was Ramos, and I could have sworn in the anime it was pronounced Ramos, but then, when I was watching the episode where Coumarine is introduced and where Ramos is introduced, I found out that it was pronounced Ramos. So I really don't remember the X and Y anime as well as I thought I did. Anyway, so yeah, we are going to challenge Ramos eventually. First we need to face all of these trainers. We need to climb the tower, the grass tower if you will, and we need to face some trainers. So first off, we're facing off against a Pokemon Ranger. I think it's a male Pokemon Ranger, and we are facing off against a Simisage. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use Aerial Ace and take out Simisage immediately. No playing around there, we immediately took it out. By the way, you may notice I have a different team compared to the last episode. Don't worry, the Pokemon you'll see gaining levels aren't permanent members of the team. I'm just using them to help fill up the Pokedex. I figured, hey, instead of just doing it off-screen, I might as well do it on-screen, especially when my Pokemon's levels are kind of all over the place. So when I'm not using other Pokemon because of the level thing, it's because I'm trying to get all my Pokemon on equal footing. So for example, Venusaur and Tyrantrum are currently in the PC, because they are both level 39, and I'd rather just let everybody else on the team catch up to their level before adding them back on. So yeah, I have a couple of Pokemon on the team. I'm not going to show you them, but you kind of saw what they are. I have an Esper, I have a Quilladin, which evolved from a Chespin I got off Wonder Trade, and I have a Braixen, which evolved from a Fennekin I got off Wonder Trade. So, let's use Ember against this Ferroseed. 4 times super effective, so that definitely takes up. Ferroseed's sprite in this game is so hilarious, because it's like, it stands perfectly still. It's such a it's such a contrast from its sprite in Gen 5, where it, like, spins and rotates. But in this game, and I think in actually all of the games since, it just sits perfectly still. It's quite hilarious. Anyway, we're facing off now against a Lombre, which unfortunately is part water type in addition to being part grass, so we can't really use Ember on it, so Aerial Ace will have to do. There we go, Talonflame grows to level 39. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, you're boxing your other Pokemon because they're higher leveled, but what about your Talonflame? It just hit level 39. Well, I mean, Talonflame's the only Pokemon on my team, other than Venusaur, that can handle this gym, and it'd be weird if I went without both of them, and I'd rather go with Talonflame because Venusaur gains experience a lot quicker, because it was off Wonder Trade. Anyway, Talonflame wants to learn a brand new move, Flame Charge. I am getting rid of Ember for Flame Charge because, oh my goodness, I've had Ember since it evolved into Fletchinder, and I desperately needed a more powerful Fire-type move. And plus, Talonflame is more of a physical attacker anyway, so getting rid of a special move for a physical move is A+ in my book. Anyway, a Carnivine. You know what? Since we just learned Flame Charge, we might as well put it to use, right? Flame Charge is a very, very good move introduced in the previous generation that boosts the user's speed after hitting the move. Unfortunately, you don't get to see the effects of it, which is a good change after Gen 5, because they changed that up where you don't see any stat increases off a move if it's, it takes out a Pokemon. Esper wants to learn Fake Out, but I probably could have just taught it Fake Out because I'm not using it on my team. Quilladin wants to learn Needle Arm. Now, I'm definitely getting rid of this for that, because Needle Arm is such a good move. I'm gonna get rid of Vine Whip. I like how I just contradicted myself. I said I wouldn't give Esper Needle Arm compared to Fake Out? Come on. What use does an Esper have with Fake Out? Seriously, come on. Anyway, we defeated the Pokemon Ranger. And now, let's make our way back over this. I hate that I have to keep pressing the A button to keep doing that. Alright, let's head up this way. Oh, I think that's where I need to go, actually. What happens if I head up this rope right here? It leads nowhere. Well, that's great. I should have just stuck to where I was going. I should have just went down on the rope over this way. Well, now I got a second chance to do so. Alright, let's... Unfortunately, you also have to be standing on those the foot platforms to do this. You can't just jump willy-nilly on it like you probably would in Gen 5 and below. You have to actually be standing on the official footpad. TM, copyright, right? What would you call the right symbol, the little circle with the R? Is it just rights, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, let's go for... Oh, I'm probably going to get poison touched off of this, so it doesn't matter what I use. I might as well just... Wow, I didn't get poison touched? Really? Wow. Okay. Well, Greninja grew to level 38, Esper grew to level 20, Braixen grew to level 27, Lucky Chant, I have no use for that. I mean, Serena's and Kalem's, Braixen has Lucky Chant when you fight it, but I don't really have use for mine. Anyway, a Wormadam, I believe... Oh, is this form Bug and Grass? I think this form is Bug and Grass. Wormadam's an interesting Pokemon in concept, because it has different typings depending on what cloak it has. It's just Wormadam's like a pretty awful Pokemon. So, I mean, it doesn't really work out too well. Diggersby, I think, yeah, Diggersby is on my team. It grew to level 39, and then Esper grew another level. And we defeated the Pokemon Ranger, which is the main point of this entire video. Except for facing off against Ramos, that is. Anyway, speaking of, I think I need to go this way. No, I need to go back this way. Yeah, I need to climb up the rope up this side, because this will lead to the rest of the gym. There we go. Oh man, I had to go sideways, I had to go up, I had to go down. But hopefully this is what leads to the actual gym leader, Ramos. Oh, I have two options. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go this way first. This leads... No, every single option I choose to go first to has been a dead end. Why? I should literally... Okay, next time I have an instinct to go somewhere, I'm just gonna go to that place first instead of going the opposite way, because clearly it works the opposite, because I always go to the dead ends. Anyway, facing off against this Ace Trainer, or Pokemon Ranger, I forgot. Gotta remember the Ace Trainers have purple hair in this game, and the Pokemon Rangers are dressed like actual Rangers. Not like the ones in the Pokemon Ranger games, but kind of close to it. Anyway, we defeated the Gloom. There we go. Also, I hit my stylus against my 3DS. I hope that's not audible. An Executor. Okay, well, we should just stay in, I mean, might as well. And let's go for Flame Charge, because why not? Flame Charge is such a good move, and there you go, now you can see the effects of Flame Charge, because I didn't take out the Executor in one hit. That was kind of lame. But now we're faster, even though it doesn't matter anyway, because Talonflame is a pretty speedy bird. So we outsped it nonetheless. It didn't really matter at all. But Talonflame is gonna grow to level 40. Alright, first member of the team to hit level 40. breaks in, grows to level 28, and wait, her name is Twiggy? I mean, it is fitting for a grass-type gym. We defeated Pokemon Ranger Twiggy. Alright then. Well, I do believe this will not lead to Ramos. Okay, well, every time I open my mouth, nothing turns out to be true, so I'm just gonna shut up now. Alright, and swing. Okay, no, it did lead to Ramos. I just had to go through several different vines first. Alright, well, I actually haven't mentioned this at all, I think, in any of these gym leader battles, but I do recommend casually if you're playing, if you're playing casually, I said that completely wrong. If you're playing casually, I do recommend saving the game just in case before you fight a gym leader. Unfortunately, due to recording, I can't really do that. So, let's just go ahead and press A. Oh, so you've made it clear up here. I'm the gym leader. Ramos is the name. So, what'd you think, whippersnapper? Did you enjoy the garden playground I made with all these sturdy plants o' mine? Their strength is a sign of me strength as a gardener and a gym leader. Ye sure you're up to facing all that? Here we go, we have been challenged by Gym Leader Ramos, and he is going to start out with Jumpluff, level 30, Grass Flying type, Chlorophyll for the ability, with the moves, Grass Knot, Acrobatics, and Leech Seed. So, Ramos's voice, again, I mentioned earlier that I watched the episode of the anime where Ramos was introduced. His voice is so hilarious in the anime, but I also have to knock points down from Ramos because he has like 50 Sunflora in the anime on his ranch, and why would you have that many Sunflora? That's so redundant. Sunflora is like the most irrelevant Pokemon of all time. Well, if you don't count Combee. Yeah, Combee shouldn't really be considered a Pokemon. Anyway, next up is going to be Go-Goat. It's actually his ace, level 34, Grass type, Sap Sipper for the ability, with the moves, Grass Knot, Bulldoze, and Takedown. And speaking of Takedown, I figured that was what he was going to use. He couldn't really touch me with anything else. Alright, the recoil is going to come into play, but I think he's going to use a Hyper Potion, so I'm just going to use Roost. Also, something to mention. We did see Go-Goat's pre-evolution on a ranch episode or two ago now, and apparently, I was also mispronouncing the name of its pre-evolution. It's not Skiddo, it's Skidoo. And when I heard that, I was, again, embarrassed because I'm usually very anal about pronouncing things correctly, so I was embarrassed for myself. But also, I got reminded of Blue's Clues and the Blue Skidoo Weekend 2 song. So now, every time I see a Skidoo, I'm just gonna think of Blue's Clues, and honestly, that sounds hilarious. Anyway, a second Hyper Potion is going to be activated from Ramos on his Go-Goat, and I'm just gonna keep, like, Aerial Acing. I mean, there's nothing really to it. I mean, I guess I can change it up and go for Flame Charge. I also could have used the HM for Fly, but, I mean, I don't really have use for it. Plus, it's not the best with accuracy, so I don't really want to take too many risks there. Esper is going to grow to level 23, breaks into level 29, and the final Pokemon for Ramos is going to be Weepinbell, level 31, Grass Poison type with Chlorophyll for the ability, with the moves, Grass Knot, Acid, Poison Powder, and Gastro Acid. Wow, we took it out in one shot. This is his only Pokemon with a full moveset, by the way. You might have noticed he didn't have a fourth move on Go-Goat or Jumpluff. Anyway, Greninja grew to level 39, and Quilladin grew to level 29, as we have defeated Gym Leader Ramos. Ye believe in your Pokemon, and they believed in ye too. Mighty oaks from the acorns grow. So go on then, you've earned it. Here's your own plant badge, Sprout. We have received the plant badge from Ramos. If ye've got yourself a plant badge, then ye can use the HM Fly even when not battling. It's a real boon. Pokemon up to level 60 will listen to ye too, easy as falling off a log, even if ye got 'em from a trade. Here, have this too. Might as well make hay while the sun shines, I reckon. We've also obtained TM86 Grassnot. That TM there is for Grassnot. Ye can use it to trip your opponent up in the grass. The heavier the opponent, the harder it'll fall, and the more it'll hurt. Ain't it a marvel? Frail little blades of grass can break through concrete even. I can't help admiring that strength. I like how they added the extra cutscene just to show that the slide was open. Anyway, let's slide down. Thankfully, we're not wearing any shorts because that would give severe burns. And let's exit the Coumarine Gym since we're done here. Alright, let's go to the Pokemon Center now, and let's go heal our team. Oh wait, I think I passed it up. There we go. Yeah, we needed to go this way. Alright, so that is going to do it for this episode of Pokemon X and Y. A lot of these latest episodes, I should say, have been a little bit on the shorter side, but I mean, still, we've done a lot in these episodes for how little they've been, so sorry if you're not seeing like 30-minute or so episodes. I can't really help it. I don't want to do too many things and like split things into different... It's a weird situation, but anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. So with that, thank you for watching, and next time I assume we're going to be heading out onto Route 13, and we're going to see where that takes us. So, until then, thank you for watching, and I will catch you later.